Welcome to my channel where we empower men to live their best possible lives. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. But now, let's get to work. In this video, I'm gonna be giving you beautiful women out there some much needed game advice. Now, if you have followed my YouTube channel for a while, you know my channel is mostly for helping men achieve their best possible lives, right? However, in this, I'm gonna just flip the script for a little bit. And let's say you as a woman have found this particular man as worthy. You have found that this man is high status enough for me to want to be with him, right? But what I've noticed in a lot of my experiences and the experiences of my friends is that most women have no idea what a high status man really wants. Okay, so I'm gonna be giving you women the game that you need to claim that high status man. So this will be in two parts. Part one, we'll go over very briefly what high status men don't want, and you will be shocked at certain things. Part two is what they actually want. Very simple. Alright, let's start with part one. What do high status men do not want and what they hate? So, strong, independent women. You approach a man, you think he's a high status enough, and let's say you are talking on a coffee or a dinner date, right? And the first thing you're gonna say is, so I'm very independent. I don't need anyone to take care of me. I have my things. I have my life in set. I'm career focused and all. Do that, and the man, either of two things will happen. Either he's gonna just use you for a hookup and then just go to someone else, or he just will leave right there. Yes. Society might tell you that a strong, independent, career-focused woman is good, sure, but it is the last thing you want if you are looking to attract a high-status man. Sure, you can attract bums and losers all day. Yeah, they have no standards. But I'm telling you, high-status men who really have their lives together, they do not want to deal with another strong, independent person now. For a high-status man, and this is for any man, a woman is a source of feminine spiritual energy. Here's what I mean by that. Let's say a man is completely fine. He's physically fit. He is ready to work. And now at that time he needs men around him, because men together in groups used to charge at the enemy in world wars, right? The same concept can be applied here. Men, when working with other men, they conquer. They have this desire to be a killing force, an unstoppable machine. So at that time, he's completely okay with having men around him. But this is where the feminine energy comes in. Let's say this man falls sick. At that time, he does not need men around him now. When he's sick, he is weak. He needs the gentle touch of a feminine woman holding his hand as he's laying in bed, and you praying for him to get better. You telling him to please don't leave me, or I will be there for you. This is what is insanely attractive to men. If you come off as strong, independent, and no, I can do, and it is just you're basically portraying yourself as another man. And we men have plenty of men around us, so we don't need more. Okay, so it's just we need your feminine essence. I'm not saying be completely dependent and just like bow down to him, but at a certain point you have to make a choice. Do you want to prioritize your career, or do you want to prioritize your dating life? And the unfortunate truth is you cannot have both. It's just unless you are okay with settling down to a low status man. If not, then you have to let go of this societal paradigm of being strong and independent, and that is something which is gonna attract you a high status man. It's not. I promise you it won't. Okay. And also something else I want to add is A woman who comes off as promiscuous, or this has happened to me actually. Somebody has come off to me as promiscuous, and I'm gonna show you a good time, and all those revealing photos and all, and I'm like, that's disgusting. Come on, what are you doing? I had a woman take off her clothes in my car as I was driving her back home, and I'm like, what are you doing? Put your clothes back on. Disgusting to high status men. Don't do that, please. The more innocent you are, the more attractive you are. Yes, we are not trying to manipulate you. No. We just want to be the lens through which we show you the world. If there's a woman who is experienced, completely experienced, has seen everything, what can I give her? I can't give her anything new, right? So the more innocent you as a woman are, the less experienced you are, the more attractive you are to high status men. And bonus points if you're a virgin. Men don't care how good you are in bed. No, we don't care. We want to show you the ropes. If you are new, perfect. We love it. So please keep this in mind. Do not come off as promiscuous or like post some revealing photos. Here's an example. Very clearly, I'll tell you. For me personally, if I date a woman and I see her Instagram full of her own pictures, and if they are like semi-naked pictures and all, and if she's sending me some naked pictures, and I'm like, please stop. I'm done with you. That's disgusting. Yeah, if you don't have social media, that's perfect actually. So don't be experienced, just be innocent. That is insanely attractive. Okay. Part 2. Now, what do men really want? Okay. Now, here's the secret, a big secret, which probably most of you have never heard before. Ultimately, what men want is status. Yes, it's status. We men don't need to, let's say a man has the ability to spend billions of dollars, right? What's he gonna do? Probably gonna buy a Bugatti, right? A fast car. He's gonna buy big mansions, a helicopter, private jet, right? A boat, a yacht, all the good things, okay? And throw big parties. Why is he doing that? Status. It's all about conquest. Think about it. In history, why did men attack other lands? Why did this particular king of this area attack the king of this area? Why was he not content with just having this land? It's all about conquest. In modern society, status is everything. And for a man, having a woman who is feminine and who listens to him in certain things, that's status to him. Here's an example. If a bunch of men meet at a bar, and let's say one man says that, oh, I know I'm out, so I also let my woman go out to party. Yeah, and she's having a good time. The other man will look at that man and say, oh, okay, they won't say anything, but they will feel this, But then some other man says, no, my woman says she will keep the house clean and ready for me. She will wait for me to come back home. That is status. Now this man is suddenly at this level in front of all these other men. That's status. Men buy Bugattis, throw big parties, have mansions, helipads, show off the most beautiful girls in their arms for status, conquest. The easiest thing you can do to please the man you like, or if you already have him, your man, is to give him status. And it is not complicated, it is not hard. All you have to do is encourage him. Let's say there's a certain thing you don't like that he does, okay? So instead of framing it as, hey, please stop doing this, I don't like it, say it in this way. Hey, I know you can be doing so much more. I would love it if you would please stop this. Let's say it's video games. I would love it if you would please stop video games, and because I know you can do so much more. He'll immediately put down his controller and get to work. Promise. It's all about status. And I also see some certain women who are married, but who are also like businesswomen. They are insanely good in their careers, and they have this financial sense, and then they start arguing with their spouses on certain decisions. We men don't want that. We already have enough problems. A high status man already has enough stress in his life without you trying to add more into it. We don't want to discuss our financials with you. No, we have it all covered. Rest assured, we have it covered. We want you to be happy. We don't want you to be burdened with financial decisions or anything. So the best thing you can do as a woman for a high status man is to not argue. I'm not saying just take everything. If you feel something is wrong, sure, speak up. But if you think something is very insignificant and you trust him to take care of it, don't argue. Let him take care of it. Trust him enough. That's what we men want. We don't want somebody who is like strong, opinionated, and just argues every decision we make. We don't want that. We want a woman to be, like I said before, a feminine spiritual source of energy. And yeah, this is what high status men truly want. Next thing I want to talk about is loyalty. Yes, for a man, the status is if the woman he is currently seeing is loyal to only him and she's talking to nobody else. That is status to a man, right? You may have seen when you have gone out to parks or walked on the street, if you see a couple, usually it is the man holding the woman by her waist or grabbing her by the waist, right? Just basically hand in hand or grabbing her hand and walking, right? Why do you think that happens? It happens because for a man, his woman is his territory. So by holding her hand, holding her by the waist, he's signaling to other men, don't come near her. She's mine, right? It's marking the territory. Essentially, that's what it is. Because to a man, a commanding loyalty from a female is status, is super high status. However, this is also where most men mess up. Most men know this, however, they try to blame the woman if she is not loyal and then just don't look at it as if it's their fault. The truth is, it is the man's fault. Yeah, you must be at that high enough level to not just command the initial respect from her, but to also retain the respect from her. You cannot expect her to stick with you just because you are nice. No, you must be competent. You must be better than every other man that she knows every single day. That's the task you must take, yeah. And most men fail at that because most men are just not competent enough, right? So they resolve to being virtuous. They resolve to virtue signaling, which I don't feel is right. But yeah, loyalty from a woman is extremely high status to a man. And this also extends to, if you're a female with guy friends, yeah, you're the man you're currently seeing will probably not like it. He won't like it, even if they are just friends, because it's a topic for a different video. But none of your friends just see you as friends. Just see you as just a platonic friend. If you're a woman watching this, most of your friends, guy friends, do wanna hook up with you. If they don't already have a significant other. If they are single men acting like platonic friends towards you, no, they're not just platonic friends. No, they definitely want something more. And we as men know this, right? Because we are men, we understand how men work. So loyalty from a female is very important and high status. It's a high status for a man, but it must not be out of virtue signaling. It must be because the man has earned it. It must be because he is high status enough to not just get the initial respect from the woman, but to retain it. That's the key point. I'm a perfect example. Whenever I date someone, I don't expect them to stick around if they don't want to. They have the option to leave at any point. That's what I give the option to any of my dates. Whoever I'm seeing, they have the option to leave at any point, because if they decide to leave, it just means I must be better. That's all there is to it. Nothing more than that. It just comes down to that. I will be better in future. That's just how it is. So this was the loyalty point. The final point I want to talk about is physical intimacy. Okay. Now notice I did not mention sex. Okay. I mentioned specifically physical intimacy, because even in this day and age, it is rare, sure, but even in this day and age, there are certain couples who are maybe very conservative and they choose to have sex only after marriage, right? There are still people in society today who are conservative like that. But even so, there must be an element of physical intimacy in the relationship between a man and a woman. So if you're a woman who has a high status man and you feel comfortable enough around him, and just like maybe cuddle with him, kiss him, basically stuff like that, stuff like that. You are sitting on a bench and just like cuddle with him, let him have his waist around you, let him caress your body. Just some degree of physical intimacy is essential, even if it's not full blown sex. It doesn't have to be. If you're not ready or not comfortable, whatever reason, it doesn't have to be that, but some degree of physical intimacy must be there for you to retain that high status man, because every man connects on the physical level. Forget every man, every human being connects on the physical level at its most basic form. That is the most basic form of human connection, right? And that must be there for you to retain the high status man, because like we keep going back to the same point, status. That is status for him. When he is physically intimate with this person, he has achieved something. When he is physically intimate with this person, let's say you're in a park and people know this, people are seeing this, he loves that. He loves that I'm getting this affection from this person who is so feminine, who is super nice, and I love showing this off. It's all about status, right? Like I said before. So some degree of physical intimacy must be there, even if it's just cuddling, kissing. That's totally fine, no problem. The full-blown sex part, I don't pretend to be a sex relationship expert or whatever, but that is only when both parties are comfortable. That is not something that can be forced, okay? It must be completely natural. So, but some degree of physical intimacy, that is essential for a loving relationship. All right, that was it, and that's all the points you beautiful women need to know. And my sincere wish is always for you women to have the best, fulfilling, and happy relationship that you can possibly have, and that's why I'm telling you all this. Right? I hope you implement this in your dating lives, and if your relationship is not going well, I hope it goes well for you. And if you're looking for a relationship, implement these steps, and I'm sure you're gonna find a super high status man who is worthy of your respect and who will complete your life in ways you can never imagine. Right? Thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.